That was right.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the best takes on Friends that never made it into the final product because the cast just couldn't keep a straight face. Number 30, Operation.
And I brought Operation, but I lost the tweezers, so we can't operate.
Many of us will remember playing the Operation game when we were kids and feeling that shock every time we made a mistake and the whole thing vibrated obnoxiously. However, the key word there is playing the game, because in this blooper, there is no playing. Lisa Kudrow has only just picked up the box and started her dialogue when the contents inside make a very familiar noise. This not only interrupts her line, but totally cracks her up. And from the sound of it, those in the studio audience as well.
I brought Operation, but I lost it's making a noise.
Number 29, Perfect Arse. You'd have to be made of stone to be able to keep a straight face around the wonderfully funny Jennifer Coolidge. With that said, we don't blame Lisa Kudrow for breaking multiple times when trying to film this scene with her, especially given Coolidge's hilarious accent and impeccable delivery.
Ooh, I feel like a perfect arse.
You know how sometimes things get less funny the more you say them? Well, this isn't one of those times, as Kudrow just seems to laugh harder with each subsequent take. We bet she felt like well, we'll let Coolidge do the honors.
I feel like a perfect arse.
Number 28. I think you got it. We should caveat this by saying you definitely shouldn't do this to your coworkers. This scene has a written joke where Joey pats down Monica's chest for too long under the guise of her chef's uniform being on fire.
What are you doing?
You're still a tiny bit on fire there.
Oh, good job. Thanks. I think you got it.
Courtney Cox calls for a redo, and while LeBlanc's response is very funny, the reason this blooper made the list is Matthew Perry. He isn't in the scene at all, but that didn't stop him from jumping in on the chest patting action to elicit a smile from Cox and a big laugh from everyone else.
You're still a tiny bit on fire there.
Oh, geez. Okay, thanks. Okay.
Number 27, Wrong Name. As Ross taught us at his wedding, saying the right name isn't always easy. However, sometimes it isn't scripted that way. When Jennifer Aniston said the wrong character name in this scene, it would have been very easy to just reset, go again, and move on. Well, it would have been very easy if you were anyone but Matthew Perry.
Honey, I'm sorry. Okay, can we watch Chandler's show now, please?
Oh!
As the funniest guy on set and the resident class clown, he was never one to let something like this slide, especially if he could get a few laughs out of it. And we'd say he got more than just a few here.
Because sometimes, Ross...
Number 26, Grand Canyon. Self-fulfilling prophecy or psychicness? We'll let you be the judge. In this scene, Monica was supposed to tell Ross that, when they were kids, he slept through a trip to the Grand Canyon. Once Courtney Cox messes up her first take, though, she's sure the line will be cursed from here on out.
This will be 5-10 takes. Okay.
And wouldn't you know it, that's exactly what happens. We have no idea how many tries it actually took, but something tells us she was right on with her estimate if the few outtakes are anything to go by.
When you were little, you slept through the grand...
Number 25, Chandler's sex face. In the version of this scene that made it to air, Phoebe starts laughing after seeing Chandler making what Monica refers to as his sex face. However, the problem with the multiple takes prior to it is that Kudrow wasn't the only one laughing. Perry and David Schwimmer were having some major issues making it through the scene without cracking up.
Oh, God. Chandler's making his sex face.
Schwimmer is having such a hard time that he, at one point, asks Perry not to make any face for a moment so he can regain his composure. It does not work.
Just for now, don't make any faces.
Number 24, Joey carrying coffee. When Joey gets a hernia in season 6, he has to delay a visit to the doctor because his health insurance is lapsed. The tremendous amount of pain he's in makes even little things, like carrying cups of coffee, immensely difficult and immensely funny.
Will you grab me a cruller? Sit down!
Mal LeBlanc sells it beautifully, and Matthew Perry can barely hold it together as a hunched-over Joey moans and groans his way from counter to couch. Even LeBlanc has trouble taking himself seriously at some points. We're honestly impressed these two ever made it through any scene together, let alone this one. Number 23, Bamboozled. First off, if anyone can explain the rules of Bamboozled to us, we'd really appreciate it. Okay, now on to the blooper. This one took place during the scene where Joey enlists Chandler and Ross to help him practice for an audition to host the aforementioned Bamboozled. The moment in question focuses on the contestant introductions, and Matthew Perry's having a hard time getting through the description of his fake job.
I hook up out-of-work Soviet scientists with rogue Soviet nations.
The miss after miss is funny for sure, but the perfect cherry on top is, after a lot of frustration, Perry finally gets it right. Only for LeBlanc to jump in with his line too early, sending Perry literally to his knees.
Well, Joey, I'm a headhunter. I hook up out-of-work Soviet scientists with rogue third-world nations.
Excellent. Oh,
Number 22, The Dog or the Mime. We love Chandler, but one aspect of his character we can never get behind is his hatred of dogs. Even his friends don't understand it when he makes the shocking revelation in Season 7. He gives a, frankly, silly ultimatum that he probably should have expected the outcome of.
Okay, so either the dog goes or I go. Huh. Oh my God!
In one outtake, Matt LeBlanc took things to hysterical heights with a mimed gag that just kept going. This led to a different ultimatum courtesy of Perry, where once again, we bet the dog comes out on top.
Either the dog goes or the mime goes.
Number 21, Emma. Babies and young children are often played by sets of twins, so they can swap if one needs a break or is being uncooperative. With that said, babies are babies, and they're going to make noise, as can be seen in the blooper reels of Friends' last 3 seasons. We can't know for sure exactly which twin is responsible for the blunder, but it's all so adorable it doesn't even matter.
Do you remember my old boyfriend, Mark? Yeah, it's his dad.
In a few different outtakes, baby Emma interrupts with laughing or cooing, and each time the whole scene falls apart. These are by far the cutest Friends bloopers.
Just tell Joey that...
I know she's cute, but I really could use some advice.
Number 20. Joey and Chandler come out of the ensuite. While a lot of great bloopers come when the cast of a show lose their cool during filming and end up laughing or forgetting their lines, others are amazing because we get to see some of the behind-the-scenes pranks that the actors like to play. In this instance, Matthew Perry and Matt LeBlanc made the audience howl with laughter when Ross whisked Monica out of a London hotel room, and the two emerged from the room's ensuite with their pants around their ankles.
Why, what's the matter?
Number 19, Ben Speaks. One of the plot lines of the Season 2 episode, The One Where Old Yeller Dies, revolves around the fact that Ross feels he's missing out on some of the most important moments in Ben's life because he's not around full-time.
It's Ben and his dada. Dada. Well, see, you know, you might as well say it because I told you...
In one scene, he's at Central Perk trying to coax Ben into saying dada. The child actor is obviously supposed to stay mum and not actually utter the word in this scene, but he's clearly too obedient and says it anyway, making the audience break out in ahs.
Yeah, he's saying dada.
Number 18, Going to Town. In one of the most devastating episodes for Friends fans, we learned that Monica and Chandler had secretly been house hunting in the suburb of Westchester and planned to leave their Manhattan apartment.
You can't move. You just can't.
Rachel's right. This is where you guys belong.
When their friends find out, they're understandably rattled. And considering this episode takes place partway through the final season, we can imagine that the cast would be getting pretty wistful.
You know, sometimes when I'm alone in my apartment, I look over here and Chandler's just going to town on himself.
But David Schwimmer didn't miss an opportunity to make a joke about watching Chandler going to town on himself through the window. Number 17, Don't Do It. In this Season 7 episode, it's revealed that Chandler doesn't like dogs. As hard as this is to wrap our heads around, it's a reality for him. But Joey understands exactly how it's going to look to the rest of the group.
Okay, it's,
Don't do it!
He yells out, "Don't do it," to Chandler when he's about to tell the others about his loathing of canines. But Matt LeBlanc finds it so hilarious that he can't keep it together. He covers his face and laughs, then delivers an exaggerated impersonation of himself and the line.
Don't do it!
Number 16. What the hell happened on that beach? In one of the most memorable storylines in Friends history, Monica, Chandler, and Joey are enjoying a walk on the beach when Monica is stung by a jellyfish.
Jellyfish sting! No, it hurts! It hurts! It hurts!
The three of them have to figure out how to alleviate her pain, but the embarrassing situation is something they want to keep private.
What the hell happened on that beach?
Back at Central Perk, Ross asks Joey and Chandler what exactly happened at the beach. But all three of them have a hard time keeping straight faces. Through multiple takes, someone always cracks up, making shooting this scene seem impossible.
What the hell happened on that beach?
It's between us and the sea, Ross.
Number 15. Ross won't let her blow. In the second season, the three girls discover a self-help book called Be Your Own Windkeeper, which encourages them to practice self-empowerment, especially when it comes to the men in their lives.
How do you expect me to grow if you won't let me blow?
Rachel in particular embraces the book and uses the lessons from it to assert herself in her relationship with Ross. She has to deliver the hilarious line, but can't take herself seriously and keeps breaking character and openly laughing.
How do you expect me to grow if you won't let me blow?
David Schwimmer as Ross certainly isn't making it any easier for her. Number 14. Nurse Phoebe. There's something so great about how meta these bloopers are. In season 9, Phoebe needs some money, so Joey helps her get a gig as an extra on his soap opera Days of Our Lives.
If you want, I could loan you some money.
She's supposed to play a nurse, but she keeps messing up the scene over and over again in a variety of different ways.
She carries that tray to the doctor because if she doesn't, people die.
It seems like actress Lisa Kudrow has a lot in common with the character she plays, because she repeatedly laughs in the scene within a scene while Joey is trying to give her a pep talk.
Oh no!
Number 13. Table tennis. When the gang heads to Barbados for Ross's conference, it seems like hilarity ensues around every corner. Monica's hair reacts poorly with the humidity on the Caribbean island, which makes every scene she's in even funnier.
Ha! My point!
Her competitive nature takes over when she challenges Mike to table tennis, but clearly shooting this scene was even harder than the game itself.
Oh, back.
With physical comedy like this, there's so much that can go wrong, including Courtney Cox inadvertently flipping her paddle across the room and trying to explain the accident in a completely incoherent way.
That's because I ran at the table for
What?
Number 12. Rock, paper, scissors. In the one with the late Thanksgiving, Rachel, Phoebe, Ross, and Joey are all late for Monica and Chandler's Thanksgiving dinner and are terrified of the consequences. They can't decide who's going to walk in the door first, so Rachel suggests a game of rock, paper, scissors. But Joey, of course, plays by different rules than everyone else.
Ha! I win!
Is that?
When he tries to use fire, David Schwimmer cracks a foul-mouthed joke about it. Not one to let someone else have the last laugh, Matt LeBlanc retaliates in the next take, making this all the funnier.
Ha ha! I win.
What is that?
That's fire, you jerk.
Number 11. Ben remembering everyone else's lines. Ross's son Ben appeared a lot as a baby and then largely disappeared for stretches of many episodes.
Okay, now what is my first line?
What did we agree?
Okay.
In season 7, Cole Sprouse was in the role and clearly did his homework before actually showing up on set.
What is it?
You're part Joey.
Oh, yeah.
In a couple of clips from the episodes, the one with the truth about London and the one with the holiday armadillo, we see Sprouse schooling Jennifer Aniston and David Schwimmer by remembering their lines even when they've forgotten them.
Man, I know all of his lines.
All right, let's go.
Number 10. Joey and Ross nap.
Woohoo!
Die Hard, still great.
After sitting down to yet another screening of Joey's favorite movie, Die Hard, Joey and Ross accidentally fall asleep and end up cuddling. Joey considers it the best nap he's ever had and keeps trying to convince or even trick Ross into napping with him again. Silly premise? Yes, but watching it unfold still gets us giggling. Turns out that was the case for Matt LeBlanc and David Schwimmer too, because the actors could barely get through this season 7 scene without breaking, no matter how many times they shot it. It even came back later in the episode and again resulted in gales of laughter. Number 9. A little double take.
I can't believe Emma's still asleep.
I know. What are we gonna do?
By the time Friends had reached its 10th season, the cast had grown very close, which means that on occasion they'd poke fun at each other's on-set slip-ups.
I've got a plan. I'm going to ram this platter really hard into your ribs. You're gonna scream out, and that'll wake her up.
As you can expect, two of the biggest players in this game were Matthew Perry and Matt LeBlanc. In a season 10 episode where the gang is trapped at Emma's first birthday party because she won't wake up from her nap, Courtney Cox accidentally looks straight into the camera lens.
I can't believe I just looked right at you. I'm so sorry. I just gave a little double take to the camera.
Obviously, the boys jump at the opportunity to mock her.
I can't believe Emma's still asleep.
I know. What are we going to do?
What follows are a couple of ruined takes, and of course, some memorable bloopers. Number 8. That was less.
I did a terrible, stupid thing. Okay? And I'm sorry. I wish I could take it back, but I can't.
The episode where Ross and Rachel break up is pretty somber. To make sure things aren't too dark, the other friends keep the comedy flowing. Monica and Phoebe are attempting to wax their legs, and it's more painful than they anticipated. Their screams attract Chandler and Joey, who race into Monica's bedroom in an over-the-top fashion. An outtake of this scene sees the boys asked to try it again, as they've apparently been told their acting is too big.
Hey! Oh, it's okay.
We're all right.
Go back. That was less.
Perry and LeBlanc poke fun at this piece of direction, entering the room as sedately as possible on the next take. In this case, we're fine with the boys sabotaging yet another take for a great blooper.
Ow, 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 ow.
What's the matter?
Okay, that's a print.
Number 7. It tastes like feet.
Raspberries, more lady fingers, then beef sauteed with peas and onions.
It's Thanksgiving, and Rachel's been put in charge of dessert.
What was the one right before bananas?
The beef? Yeah, that was weird to me too.
Unfortunately, due to some sticky magazine pages, she mistakenly messes up the recipe.
Oh my God, she made half an English trifle and half a shepherd's pie.
Since Ross and Joey want to spare Rachel's feelings and are dying to leave to hang out with some hot models, they decide not to tell her. But that means eating the meat pie / custardy dessert with a straight face.
All gone.
After Ross scarfs his entire piece, which is tough enough in itself, David Schwimmer delivers his next line in such a way that he erupts in laughter.
That tastes like feet.
Matt LeBlanc doesn't even notice his co-star is broken and continues eating his pie. But ultimately, he's unable to fight off the giggles. 6, Rachel and the Monkey.
And I will see you tomorrow.
That's right. You're gonna spend tomorrow at Aunt Rachel's, aren't you? Huh?
Early in the show's run, Ross gets a capuchin monkey as a pet and names it Marcel, much to the cast's dismay. They say never work with children or animals, and here's why. Apparently the monkey, who was actually named Katie, sometimes had trouble following instructions and disrupted takes.
Now, you guys work with animals a lot. You had to work early on with a monkey.
Damn monkey.
That damn monkey.
In a Marcel-centric Season 1 episode, Rachel's babysitting Marcel and trying to explain a soap opera to him.
Now, the one in the feather boa, that's Dr. Francis. Now, she used to be a man.
But as you can see in the blooper, Jennifer Aniston has a difficult time predicting what Katie's going to do. This makes for a hilarious and, quite frankly, adorable outtake that neither we nor Jennifer will likely ever forget.
Okay. Katie, see, Katie, come here. Katie. Katie.
Number 5, Phoebe laughs.
Lisa's laugh, though, it's so infectious. It's one of those things, just forget about it. Once it starts, it's all gone.
Nothing sends the Friends cast into fits of glee quite like Lisa Kudrow's infectious laugh. In a Season 6 episode, after Phoebe and Rachel's apartment burns down, the girls are arguing over who has to live with Monica and her strict house rules and who gets to have fun at Joey's. But once Kudrow starts laughing, for no apparent reason, it's hard for her to stop. And even harder for the rest of the cast and crew to get back on track.
I can throw wet paper towels here.
Well, at Monica's, you can eat. No, I'm sorry, but this is allowed to happen.
This begs the question, which is funnier? The final version of the scene or the blooper filled with endless laughter? We'll let you decide.
No,
Maybe I just better say the line. Phoebe, I can do with,
I can throw wet paper towels here.
But no! Okay, it's all right, I can do it.
Yes, you can. Ready?
Yeah.
Number 4, what do I smell?
Ooh, what do I smell?
I don't know, but it smells good.
Another staple of the Friends blooper library is cast members deliberately ruining takes by inserting new, and often bluer, jokes. In a Season 4 episode where Monica's trying to lure the group over to her new apartment by baking cookies, Matt LeBlanc decides to add an unexpected line.
What do I smell?
Sorry.
Well, this one word derails the entire scene for takes to come. The cast continually cracks up and cannot make it through their lines. After watching this series of hilarious bloopers, we wonder how they ended up recording the final version at all.
What do I smell?
Number 3, Joey's fall.
There's something I never told you, Amber. I'm actually your half-brother.
In this Season 2 Friends episode, Joey's character on Days of Our Lives is written off the show because of an interview Joey did with Soap Opera Digest. Before it hits the fans, Joey excitedly runs into the coffee house to show Phoebe the article.
Peeps! Check it out, check it out, check it out, check it out.
Oh, Soap Opera Digest! Oh, that's one of my favorite digests!
However, in one take, Matt LeBlanc trips and falls on his way in, prompting gut-busting laughter from the cast, crew, and audience. Despite earnest attempts to get the scene right, this particular blooper proves difficult to get past. To make things funnier, Matthew Perry eventually disrupts a clean take by running into the scene that his character isn't even in.
Peeps! Check it out, check it out, check it out, check it out.
Oh, Soap Opera Digest!
Number 2, pivot.
You can do it. You can do it.
Oh.
Okay.
Ooh.
You got it?
Yeah.
Good.
Oh.
Yeah, you got it, right? You got it, right? You got it.
This classic Friends scene finds Ross, Chandler, and Rachel moving a large couch through a small staircase. Ross, who's adamant about getting his new couch up to his apartment without hiring a moving crew, starts to yell pivot over and over again to direct his friends, much to our amusement.
Pivot! Pivot! Pivot!
product is funny enough, but the outtakes of this scene are guaranteed hilarity. Honestly, we totally understand how difficult it must have been for the cast to get through this moment. It's arguably one of the most iconic and funniest scenes in the entire series. And the bloopers are all the funnier.
Pivot! 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 Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Ross plays the bagpipes.
Remember, I'm still learning.
It's season 7, and Ross is planning a special surprise for Monica and Chandler's wedding. He wants to play the bagpipes. Well, when Ross finally debuts his newfound talent, the group cannot hold back. Though some of the laughing is left in the final edit of the scene, the blooper reel of this moment is even more riotous. Especially once Phoebe starts to sing along with Ross's bagpipes.
You know the song. Sing along.
Jennifer Aniston's the first to go, but pretty soon everyone's lost it. This scene has everything we're looking for in a Friends blooper. It's funny, it's ridiculous, and it reminds us of how much fun this cast must have had on set. Which of these Friends bloopers gets you rolling on the floor every single time? Let us know in the comments.
I have all the colors of emotion.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.